You hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right, all right. I hope so. I hope so. I hope I didn't just. I don't know why I didn't just check it before I did it. That would make more sense, right? That would make way more sense. Now, why the fuck did I just do it that way? I could have just did it this way. Look at that. Let me see. Can you hear me? All right. Anyway, this morning, y'all, I'm feeling fancy. I got a new mic, so I think this mic should be top of the line mic. Top of the line mic. Let's move it up a little bit more just in case, because you know I'm soft spoken. All right, so if you're in the chat, just let me know if you could hear me. Yes, you can hear me? Okay, cool. Yo, what's up with it? Y'all, I'm feeling super fancy this morning, y'all. Look at my look at my cup. And I did this look, I got like the little creamer in there, not the creamer, like the little whipped foam. I did it at home, whipped foam. I feel hype. I'm hype about this. And I got a new mic. The mic is nice. I'm like excited today. It's a great day. And I'm like making Starbucks at home. It's crazy. I'm just growing right up. All right, so anyway, Pisces, what's going on for y'all? You see the mug? It's tiny, but it's like, it's beautiful. All right, so what's going on here? You guys, things are about to be in motion. Really, let's say very quickly, very fast. For some reason, I was gonna say very fastly. So some of y'all may be like fasting or, yeah, we got 6th house. So some of y'all may be focused on like your health, your regimen, becoming more active. This could be like working out. This could be walking, jogging, eating different. Just you guys are starting putting things into motion. For some of y'all, this is just to have more independence, more time to yourself, more freedom. It could be any of that, all right? This could also maybe be inspiring people around you, like your coworkers. You guys could kind of like be inspiring each other, or just maybe like the people who see you regularly. This could be inspiring to them. Could be an Aries, could be a Scorpio, could be a Virgo. All right, so also you guys are about to put something into motion that's going to be able to sustain itself. So like once you set it, you could forget it. You know what I mean? Oh, you're doing a water fast? Hey. All right, so here we go. We got abundance is coming, or just like great opportunities, synced up opportunities. These are blessings. You know what I mean? Just good luck. A lot of this is because you guys are following your instincts or following what you kind of feel like you need to do. Like, not necessarily, well, let me say, feel what you should be doing for yourself. Like, so it's like kind of like intuitively based or intuitively guided. You're just gonna be taking a lot more action. All right, and it's gonna, like I said, give y'all a sense of freedom. And freedom doesn't always have to be financial, but with usually with Jupiter here, it can be financial. It could be like you know, financial blessings, but it could also just be like the optimism of like anything I try or I put my hands into, I can complete, I can do. You know what I mean? So it could be goals that you set and you're like, you know what? I can do it. And because I've set this goal for this situation, I've done it, I know I can create other goals. You know what I mean? So it's like success kind of like compounding on top of each other is what's going to happen shortly. So it's from you guys, maybe your imagination gets some, like, because we got Neptune here and we got Jupiter here. That could be an expansion of your imagination. So like you guys may be able to imagine certain scenarios that could actually get you the results that you're wanting and you're not doubting them, because that's what Jupiter would bring. Jupiter brings the optimism that even if I'm thinking far out or maybe too big for the current moment or situation, that maybe I'm not tripping. You know what I mean? Because Neptune could make you feel like that was such a whimsical dream or like a fairy tale in my mind that maybe this is not real. This may not be possible. But Jupiter shows up and pushes you like, nah, you can do that. You can make this happen. You know what I mean? So that's what you guys are about to have. You guys are going to be taking a lot more inspired action. So what else? So it is a new philosophy that's coming, and it says the older you get, the less you suffer fools gladly. So you'll basically be seeing warning signs or signals of like when maybe you're like when you're about to experience, let's say, a blockage, or about to experience, let's say, maybe a slowdown, or like something that would hinder your progress, or hinder your results, or hinder the efficiency of whatever it is you're doing. You'll be able to see these things a lot more clearly, or from a higher perspective. So one more. I kind of also feel like some of y'all may be building up like a band of people, like close friends that are like, who like kind of like grow old with y'all in a sense. You know what I mean? Like they'll hang around for a while. So I'm not gonna say grow old, but they'll be around you for a while, cheering you on, praising you a lot. keeping you inspired, keeping you motivated. So like I said, this may be coworkers. I say coworkers, but they could be friends, people who have been around you regularly who are going to start doing this with y'all because they're seeing the vision. Because Neptune kind of gives a watery vision where people on the outside can't see it, but with Jupiter there, it makes it big enough that everybody can see where you're going with it. Like, oh, wait, I get that. I can see that now. So that's what gives you like the freedom, because it's like the freedom. Some of y'all the freedom to roam, the freedom to create, the freedom to like maybe become like more of like the brain sometimes in a situation. Well, it's not really the brain. Well, maybe the brain or organizers of situations. You know what I mean? So you may be, I would say some of y'all may be working with somebody who's like a big organizer or part of like a big conglomerate, is that the word? Or like a big, yeah, maybe a big organization. I don't know, we'll see, because tarot about to get involved. We got water element. So this may be somebody who comes from the West. But anyway, it's a beneficial opportunity that's coming. So, and then whatever comes in your way, you're gonna have to like sustain it or do it in such a way that like you don't have to keep like focusing on it or keep like going back to it. So it could be like a routine or just a way of setting things. Like I said earlier, it's like set it and forget it. All right. Yeah, so again, it's kind of the same thing with the moon. We got the moon in reverse, 6 of swords, 5 of pentacles. These are like getting over fears. Usually fears of being ostracized, because that can sometimes hold you back from taking action on ideas or moving forward with plans or transitioning into a better position in life. Because like, what will my peers think? What will my family think? What will my ex think? My girlfriend think? My boyfriend think? What will my husband think? What will my kids think? Like, sometimes, like I have friends, an example of this would be like, I have friends or family members who wanted to start a social media page, and they were kind of weird, like, what will I look like? You know what I mean? Like, some of them are 60. You know what I mean? Like, what do you not look like? There are 60-year-olds online. There'll be somebody who will bond with you. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like that. Like, these could be irrational fears that you may have. You guys are moving out of that. And it could be because of maybe the people who are around you. Because 5 of Pentacles can be associates that will like become resources that you weren't even acknowledging, or they weren't acknowledging you before. With the moon there, it could be irrational fears. Like, people could play you up to maybe be a thief, a liar, or they could play you up to be like maybe a pushover, or you could have played them up to be somebody who's not to be trusted, or the moon just gives that. But now with the moon in reverse and the 5 of Pentacles, you guys aren't having those irrational fears around maybe getting outside of your comfort zone, meeting new people, interacting with people you don't know. Conversations are gonna flow a lot more. You guys are gonna have a sense of autonomy or a sense of just independence, self. It's self. It's a sense of self, you know what I mean? Like, the way that I'm doing things is like progressing and it's working for me. So I'm gonna focus on these things. And like each time you do it, it builds your confidence. All right, because we do got 4 swords, and then we got the hangman. So basically it is just healing, or like learning from the mistakes, like learning from them as soon as they happen. You're becoming aware, and it just makes it very easy to transition. It makes it very easy to see more results, or to progress, or to improve. You know what I mean? So like, let's say you make a mistake, instead of stopping at that mistake, you're like, dang, this ain't for me. You keep going. You just move past it, and it actually allows you to have the confidence to believe like, oh, this is part of the process. Okay, I get it. You know what I mean? Like when you skate, if you quit skating the first time you fell, you'd never be able to skate. You know what I mean? So you learn from it. You're like, okay, I know what I need to do. Next time I wobble like this, I'll wobble like this. You learn. So it's a process that's happening here. Some of y'all may be attaching spiritual meanings to shit, or the people that come into your life may give you a feeling of like having more of like a deeper bond, or unspoken bond, or a hard to explain bond. Something like that is happening here. All right. And if it's like a past person, this somebody who's probably afraid of you guys leaving them behind, because they see you expanding, they see you growing. So they're gonna be trying to make moves to either carry conversation with you, or to try to delay and drag out the conversation between y'all, the interactions. That's what it may be. You may notice this. People are drawing out the interactions to like really like respond and like listen to you and communicate with you, and it's giving all that. And like I said, some of these are just people who've been around for a while, or who could have been resources or assets to you at some point. Maybe you guys just never talked, but you're gonna notice that they're like starting to see you in a new light, or like idolize you. I would say in a new light, they're starting to idolize you, meaning that they're starting to play you up to be this big figure, or to be somebody who has this big ass personality, or this larger than life like vibe to them. You know what I mean? So you're gonna start noticing that. And that's what's gonna give you all the freedom, maybe to like invest, like, the confidence to go after the stuff you want, because of the way that people are viewing you. All right, so anyway, it could be a Pisces, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Aquarius, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Pisces, Sag, Aries, Virgo. Yeah, a lot of Pisces energy. Okay, so anyway, Pisces, thank y'all so much. I don't even know how to do the, I've seen that on TikTok. What is that, Mia? What is that? What does that mean? Like, they just start doing highlights with Lamar Jackson, so I don't understand. I was like, how do I do that on a live? You just want me on the camera? Here I am. All right, so anyway, if you guys got Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is next. So if you guys, wait. I thought it was supposed to be, did I already do Leo? But Sagittarius came up. I don't know, we're gonna see what happens. I think I was supposed to have done Leo, but I don't know if I did or I didn't. All right, anyway, y'all have a great day. I'll talk to y'all later. Bam. I don't know, probably some chicken salad. Ellie Jorge, probably chicken salad. Yeah, it's my job. It's sweet as hell, bro. Or sis.